Hello, and welcome to my video on resilience clarity. Now, resilience clarity. Does it make you go, ooh, what's it all about? Does it make you go, ooh, that sounds interesting? Because that's what I'd really like to know. And I'm wanting my YouTube channel to be conversational. I want interaction. I want you to know your thoughts. I want you to know your feelings. I want to know what's going on in your world. So please share with me if you're watching this. What does resilience clarity? What does that mean? How does that resonate with you? How does that sit with you? Because I'd really, really, really like to know. And I think sometimes the easiest way to find out about these things is to quite simply ask the question. So let's go into that a little bit deeper. As you're thinking about what does resilience clarity mean to you, I'm just going to pull up some slides and share my screen. Bear with, because the presenter bit is always behind where the picture of you ends up being, isn't it? Sorry, not very slick that, was it? Anyway, here we go. So I wanted to talk a little bit about resilience clarity and what it means to me. And I'd love to know your thoughts and your feelings along the way. And that's why I've written that question there. What are you thinking? Let me know in the comments below. What are you thinking? So, a lot of us have heard of resilience and will hear of it on a level of bouncing back. Bounce back. People bounce back easily from this, from that, from the other. And I get that, and it is part of it, absolutely. But to me, there's a bit more to it. Perseverance. Keeping going, not giving up. Keeping going time after time after time after time again and again, not giving up. And then we've got coping with stress. Well, that comes under the banner of what I work with anyway, because stress is a big one in life. And a lot of us have dealt with it either at the moment or at some point, or maybe at some point in the future. Coping with stress. How do we cope with it? Do we cope with it easily? Does it cause us problems? Does it get in the way? And then adaptability. That's another one as well that I think is very important. When you're growing, whether that's in work, whether that's in business, whether that's becoming the most amazing leader that you can become, adaptability is really important. Can you tweak? Can you adjust? Can you bend? Can you sway with things? So there's resilience means a lot more than just bouncing back. And the psychology took a different concept from this. But what was really interesting for me was how it was adapted to resilience, often involving adaptation and moving forward rather than just returning to the previous state. Now, that last bit at the end there, moving forward rather than just returning to a previous state. Think about your language. A lot of people say, I just want to be how I used to be. I just want to go back to the old me. Now, let me just get you pause for a minute there. And let me just challenge that just for a moment. Because if you go back to the old you, then will you not end up possibly where you are now? Don't get me wrong, there'll be bits of the old you that you'll want to keep with you and move forward. And bits of the old you that may just be squashed at the minute with stress, anxiety, fears, overwhelm, worry, whatever that might be. But to me, it's not about being pinged back to how you used to be. It's about moving forward in a way that is comfortable and enjoyable. So, moving on to clarity. Clarity, clearness. I like that. Clear mind. And when you've got a clear mind, you can think so much easier. We all know that. When there's a lot of clutter going on in our brains and there's 27 tabs open all at once, all playing a video or trying to download a document or give you whatever information about whatever it might be, overwhelm kicks in and it takes over. We can't cope with all 27 tabs open at once. Yes, we can cope with them individually when our mind is clear and clean. And it says there as well, well organized. Now that is so important. Those 27 tabs might still be there, but if you can organize them in a way that you can deal with them as they come along or as needed, so much easier. Ability to see things clearly. And I think that's what I've sort of highlighted all the way. Those 27 tabs, if you've got them in order and you've got them so it might have a colour code to them, for example, that you know which ones are more important than others. It might just be that literally that's how they're laid out in that level of importance. It helps you to see what the next move is. And again, to me, that's clarity. Very, very important. When we've got clarity, we are sitting in logical and creative brain. When we don't have clarity, that's often when we're sitting in emotional brain. And that's not helpful for moving forward. So here, clarity. Our brain needs clarity to see us in our future. Now, just to expand on that, our brain struggles to see us in the future. So we need clarity to help it to do that. And there's tools and techniques that we can absolutely do that help with that. But just to expand on that, they did some experiments using functional MRI scanners, putting people inside them, watching the brain light up, and they asked them 3 things. The first one was to imagine themselves, and certain parts of the brain lit up. Then they got them to imagine a stranger, and obviously different parts of the brain lit up. Then they asked them to imagine themselves in the future. Yep, strange brain lit up. And again, it highlights that we struggle to see ourselves in the future. So unless you're doing something about that, your brain can very quickly and very easily keep you stuck where you are right now, which isn't where you want to be. And that's not being a good leader. And also leading the people around you, whether that's clients, whether that's your team, whatever that might be. The more clarity that they have around where they're going, the better things will flow and the easier things will flow moving forward. Resilience, clarity. Moving forward with nothing pinging you back and being able to see your future with ease. And yes, that might be your future, but that also might be the future of your business. That might be your team being able to clearly see the future and understand the future so everybody is heading in the same direction. I was going to say on the same path, but not necessarily the same path. It could be a similar path. Paths that run side by side. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts and your feelings are around resilience clarity. Has it made you run for the hills and go, oh my goodness me, I have no idea what that's all about? Has it intrigued you a little and gone, I wonder what that is all about? Or is it something that you just kind of go, not interested, Helen, but thank you very much. Cheerio for now. If anything that I've said is interesting and anything does spark interest, pop me a follow. Keep an eye out for future videos. Take care for now.